What if the thing you worked hardest for was met with silence from the ones who matter most? Have you ever wanted to feel seen and ended up surprised instead? An alarm buzzes. The bedroom is barely awake, the sun hiding behind gray curtains. I blink, roll over, and check my phone. There's a stack of emails already, big red notifications, meetings, reminders. My heart jumps as I spot the new one. Congratulations, Nicole, promotion approved. I sit up straight, mouth open in shock, and read it again just to be sure. For a moment, everything fades out. All the long nights, every missed family dinner. It finally paid off. Ryan walks in, half-dressed, yawning. Morning, Nick. Have you seen my blue tie? He digs through the laundry without looking at me. It's on the back of the closet door, I say, voice shaking a little. I tuck my phone behind a pillow, the words of that email burning in my brain. He leans down, tying his shoes. Sadie's late for the bus again, he mumbles, fumbling with his phone. Did you sign her field trip form? I nod, forcing a smile. It's in her backpack. I want to shout my news, but the words catch in my throat. He's moving too fast, not noticing the way I'm watching him, waiting. He snags his tie, pecks my cheek, grabs his coffee, and is halfway out the door. We'll do tacos tonight? He calls over his shoulder. Sure, I reply. But he's already gone, the front door slamming behind him. The house settles. I stand up, feeling a small spark. This is it. I did it. The promotion. My name, finally, on the new office door. It matters, even if no one saw me celebrate yet. In the kitchen, Sadie drags her feet, hair a wild mess. Mom, I can't find my sneakers. She's teary-eyed, voice small. They're under the table, honey. I put them out last night. I pour her cereal, pat her head, drop my bagel in the toaster. The morning hums with little tasks, hearts beating fast for too many reasons. She grabs her shoes, stuffs the last spoonful of cereal in her mouth. Can you come to soccer later? I nod, my brain already running to the office and back. If I'm late, your dad will be there. Sadie hugs me tight anyway. You're the best, Mom. For a second, I let myself smile. Work is even busier than usual. People rush the halls, high-fiving. My boss stops me, grinning. You earned it, Nicole. Don't ever doubt it. I hear others talking. New title, more pay, shaking hands. But the only congratulations I really want is from home. At my desk, I spotted the bottle of champagne I tucked away last month. For something big, I told Ryan. It still waits. Dust on the foil top. I scroll through old photos on my phone. Nights lit by my laptop screen. Last winter, Sadie fell asleep on my lap while I edited a report at midnight. A million tiny moments stacked up to now. My stomach growls. Lunch is donuts today. I grab a dozen, picking fancy ones with sprinkles and sweet filling. I want to mark this day. Maybe just for me, but maybe, hopefully, with someone else too. On the drive home, I sang with the radio. The window cracked for air. My fingers trace the circle of my wedding ring, rubbing the gold as the day's glow builds in my chest. I imagine Ryan's face when he hears. Maybe he'll lift me off the ground. Maybe he'll open that champagne. Maybe we'll laugh about it with Sadie and call my parents. The clouds break, leaving streaks of gold as I pull into the driveway. All this waiting, all this work. Tonight, I finally get to feel proud, not just tired. I tuck the donuts under my arm, unlock the door, and step inside. Keys jingle as I open the front door, box of donuts in one hand, heart still racing from the high of my day. Hey, I call, smiling wide. You won't believe the... Ryan walks past me, phone to his ear. Hold on, yeah, just walked in. Sadie. Did you find your cleats? Sadie's voice whines from the living room. No, they're not in the basket. I already looked. I close the door behind me, slowly, the donut box still in my hands. I got something sweet to celebrate, I say, my voice softer now. Ryan ends his call, tossing his phone on the counter. Work's been nuts all day, he mumbles. Client contract fell through. My boss is freaking. You got dinner figured out? I blink. Pizza's fine, I guess. Sadie runs in, socks sliding on the tile. Dad, my cleats. She pouts, arms thrown in the air. Try the garage, he says, already heading that way. I'll grab them. I watched him go, my sentence never finished. I glance down at the donut box. Its cheerful pink lid suddenly feels childish. I put it on the counter beside the unopened champagne. It's still exactly where I left it. We eat pizza on paper plates. The TV plays reruns of some cooking show. Ryan scrolls through his phone. Sadie complains about the crust. I sit there, chewing slowly, unsure when or if he'll notice anything. Anything new with you today? He asks, half aware, reaching for the garlic sauce. I pause, holding the moment out like a gift. Yeah, actually, I got the promotion. He freezes just for a beat. Oh, that's great. Thanks, I say. One word, quick. Then he nods. You earned it. And he's already standing up, stacking plates, tossing pizza boxes. That's it. That's all. Sadie jumps up too. Can I have ice cream? Yeah, just one scoop. Ryan calls over his shoulder. I press my hands into my lap. Earlier today, the team clapped for me. They clapped. Confetti popped. My boss shook my hand. And here, I can't even finish a sentence before everyone's halfway into something else. I excuse myself and head into the kitchen. My phone buzzes with a message. Danielle, OMG, congrats. They really picked well. Drink on you soon. I type back, thanks, lowercase. No punctuation, no feeling. I glance at the unopened bottle, still cold in the fridge, still waiting. My mind drifts, years back. I'm standing in a college auditorium. My name is called. I walk across the stage, in dumb heels and a crooked smile. My parents stand up. My mom claps with both hands over her head. My dad whistles. I beam, not because I got the award, but because they saw me. They saw me. I open the fridge, just to feel the cold air. I shut it again. The champagne stays where it's always been, untouched, invisible. Have you ever felt invisible after something important happened to you? How did you handle it? The evening ends without a note. Sadie brushes her teeth. Ryan starts nodding off on the couch. No clinks of glasses. No, I'm proud of you. No moment. I sat alone a while later. Lights dimmed. The donut box is still unopened too. I stare at the bottle again. And suddenly, my own house feels like a party I wasn't invited to, even though I planned it in my head from the start. The sun rises, sharp and bright, warming the kitchen floor. I stand by the window, mug in hand, watching a thin stream of water drip unnoticed under the sink. Ryan is crouched below, toolbox sprawled, cursing under his breath. Hand me that wrench, he mutters, not looking up. I pass it over, my own voice quiet. Did you see my email last night? He tightens the pipe, not listening. Gonna need a new washer. Can you remind me to order one? I nod. He already moved on to the faucet, not noticing how my sentence trailed off. Again, Sadie yells from the living room. Mom, where's my homework? Check the counter, honey. I called back. I set my mug aside, watching Ryan scribble notes on a yellow pad. No mention of my job, my week, my win. I checked my phone behind his back, staring at the starred email. Congratulations, Nicole. Promotion approved. Still unread by the one person I wanted to share it with. Days blur together. Ryan's world spins with leaky sinks and reminder notes. I try to bring up work, new projects, new teammates. He smiles, distracted, scrolls through school newsletters, or sighs about the broken fence outside. The more I say, the less he hears. He never asks, "How are you?" Never. "How's the new title?" Not even, "Are you happy?" Instead, "Did you call the roofer?" "What's for dinner?" "Did you pay the soccer fee?" Each task is another piece I give up. With every unanswered thought, anxiety grows. Maybe I'm asking too much, I tell myself. Maybe he just forgot. Maybe it's my fault for not shouting the news when I got it. But then I wonder, if he cared, would I need to? At work, I sit across from Danielle at a small table near the window. She bites into her sandwich, watching me pick at a salad. "You've barely said a word since I got here," she says. "That's not like you." I try to laugh. "It's just been hectic." She studies me. "Is it Ryan?" My chest tightens. "How'd you know?" "You looked sad last night," she says softly. "Did he make a big deal about your promotion?" I look away. He hasn't really mentioned it. Not after that first night. Danielle shakes her head, taking my hand across the table. "You get to need things, Nicole. You want him to be proud. That's not too much." I shrug. "He's busy. I'm busy. We both are." She squeezes gently. "Someone's got to break the silence, or you'll both drown in it. Tell him what you need. Don't let it stew." I nod, eyes prickling. "I'll try." Evenings are quieter, slower. The email stays in my inbox. I reread it sometimes, what my boss wrote. We couldn't have picked anyone better. It feels like another world. I wonder what it would sound like in Ryan's voice. I get home, Wednesday, tired, arms full of groceries. Ryan's at the table, Sadie doing math. "There's milk leaking in the fridge," he says. "Can you grab a towel?" I set the bags down too hard. "Do you ever listen?" I snap. Ryan looks up, startled. "What?" Anger creeps in. Never mind. He frowns, confused, as I wipe the mess. Sadie watches, wide-eyed. I know he isn't cruel. He's just far away. But each small silence adds up. Every leak he patches is another crack between us, and I can feel myself pulling back, just a bit, hoping he'll notice before I break entirely. Later, after Sadie's in bed, I scroll my inbox. The congratulatory email sits at the top, waiting. Still unread, still unseen. Our gap stretches quietly, wide enough now for silence to settle in. Ryan's keys jingle as he tosses them onto the counter. The kitchen is half lit, rain tapping the window in sharp, uneven rhythms. I scrub a plate in the sink, hands moving faster as tension in my chest climbs. The list of little things grows in my mind. Leaky sink, unpaid bills, missed emails, the silence about my promotion. So many things were left unsaid. He sets a grocery bag down. "Did you forget to grab milk again?" His voice is tired, not cruel, but the way it lands, I feel myself go stiff. "I thought you were getting it," I answered too quickly. He sighs, tossing his jacket in the chair. "I'll run out after dinner. Just, please write it down next time." The words catch in my throat. I did write it down. I mumble. "You just don't listen." Ryan pauses, pinching the bridge of his nose. "Here we go. Not now, Nick. Not after today. It's just milk." I stand up straight, empty plate in my hand. "It's not just milk. It's everything lately, Ryan." He looks up, surprised by the sharpness. "What does that mean?" I find myself shaking. "It means it's always me keeping track, holding it together, doing the work at home, doing the work at work. You asked if I called the roofer, if I got Sadie's field trip money in, if I signed her homework. Did you even remember I got promoted last week?" He hesitates. I said you earned it One sentence. That's all I got, I choke, voice breaking. You didn't even look happy. You didn't even ask what it meant to me. A heavy silence lands between us. Ryan squeezes his jaw, searching for something to say. I'm sorry if I cut him off, tears stinging my eyes. I just wanted you to be proud of me. For once, I wanted it to matter. I've worked so hard, and it feels like I'm the only one carrying any of this. I'm supposed to make you proud, Sadie proud, my boss proud, but nobody asks how I actually feel. He steps back, face stunned. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I never want you to think I don't see you. My hands tremble. It's not about seeing me, Ryan. It's about choosing to show it, about making an effort. You always say, work's busy, or I'll try, but I'm not a box on your to-do list. His breath quickens. I'm not good at this stuff, Nicole. Big feelings, big celebrations. I mess up. Sometimes I just freeze. I shake my head, wiping my eyes. So I just do everything alone? That's not a marriage. Neither of us speaks for a moment. The sound of the rain seems to spill into the quiet, filling every impossible space. Footsteps patter in the hall. Sadie peeks into the kitchen, hair messy from sleep. Mom, she whispers, eyes wide. Why are you crying? I force a smile and crouch down, blinking quickly. Just tired, honey. Grown-ups get sad sometimes, too. She hugs my waist tight, voice small. Did I do something wrong? No, baby, not at all. Ryan steps aside, running a hand through his hair. Bedtime, Sadie. Let Mom rest. Sadie looks back at me. I kiss her head and send her to brush her teeth. The house feels cold after she leaves. I glance at Ryan, both of us standing there, holding everything we want to say but aren't sure how. He rubs at his jaw. I'm sorry, really. I don't know how to fix it right this second, but I swear, I never wanted to hurt you. I hear my old mentor's voice, the one who always believed in me, handing me coffee during college finals. Use your voice, Nicole. You matter. Don't shrink to fit anyone's comfort. It's okay to want things and to ask for them. For a moment, I hold on to that memory, pulling in a shaky breath. I'm tired of pretending. I need you, Ryan. Not just next to me, but with me. He meets my eyes, grief etched deep. I'll figure this out. Just give me some time. He grabs his keys and heads for the door. I'll get the milk, he mutters, disappearing into the misty evening. I sink to the floor, letting myself cry for real now. Not just for the trouble tonight, but for every small hurt collected quietly. For every time I wanted to be seen. The kitchen clock ticks. The list on the fridge flutters gently in the air. The whole house waits, tense, unfinished, hoping tomorrow someone will reach out first. What would you do if you felt unappreciated by your partner? Would you say something or stay silent? Tell us below. Ryan's footsteps vanish into the night. The quiet hangs heavy, stretching between hope and doubt, while I sit alone in the glow of the fridge light, wondering if anything will ever feel different. A chilly breeze floats through the morning as I turn into my parents' driveway, hands wrapped too tight around the steering wheel. My favorite old coffee mug sits in the cup holder, chipped but warm between my fingers. A tiny comfort, even after all these years. Mom waves from the porch. Come on in, honey. I just made cinnamon rolls. I follow the scent inside, letting my bag slip to the floor. Her hug is soft, gentle, wordless. Dad pokes his head from the den, smiles, then disappears again with a quiet, "Hey, kiddo." She pours coffee, setting my mug right in front of me. You finally brought this old thing home, she teases, running her thumb over the crack in the handle. Still hanging on, huh? I nod, staring into the steam. Yeah, Some things you hold on to because you have to, or because you need to. Mom's eyes go kind, but careful. Talk to me. The words stumble out before I can stop them. It's Ryan, my promotion. I thought he'd make it feel special. I wanted him to show me it mattered. But nothing. She listens quietly, gentling my story with nods and small hums of understanding. After a while, she puts her hand over mine. Do you want to know something hard? Her voice is soft, but steady. When you kids were little, there were years when your dad barely noticed anything I did. Not birthdays, not ballet recitals, not when I went back to work. I told myself he was busy. He loved us in his way. But the truth, I was lonely. I wanted someone to see me, see all I carried. He didn't always. My breath catches. How did you get through it? She smiles, tired, but wise. One day, I just stopped waiting. I told him straight, no hints. I said I needed him to be proud out loud. Don't just think about it. She laughs quietly. He got it. Not right away, but over time, he tried. That's what matters, Nicole. Not perfection, but trying. Giving people the chance to show up once you ask. I let out a shaky breath. I want to believe he can change. Her hand squeezes mine. He can, but remember, it's okay to want things for yourself too, even if nobody else claps. Dad walks by, leans down to ruffle my hair. Proud of you, champ, he says softly. Always have been. I blink back tears and sip from my mug, the familiar chip pressed against my lip. Resilience, hope, and a little bit of stubbornness in ceramic form. Later, I say goodbye and drive home, her words swirling in my chest like fresh cream in coffee. Across town, Ryan sits across from his older brother Mark at a small booth in their favorite diner. Mark dunks his toast, brow raised. So, what's up? Ryan shrugs, looking out the window. Nicole's mad, sad. I think I blew it this time. Mark leans closer, lowering his voice. You always loved her hustle, Rye. The late nights, the crazy ideas. Why are you shutting down now when she needs you? Ryan sighs. I don't know. Life just got heavy. Bills, Sadie stuff, work stress. I wanted to do something special, but I kept messing it up. I guess I'm scared she won't see me as enough anymore. Mark shakes his head. You know what's really enough? Showing up. Not with a speech, just with your heart. Do you even remember those surprise date nights? The time you drove 3 hours for her favorite pastry? Ryan laughs, a shadow of the old grin. She still talks about that. Says I used to be the thoughtful one. Mark folds his napkin. Be that guy again. She didn't get promoted to leave you behind. She wants you with her, cheering her on. Ryan stares at his black coffee, remembering the first summer after their wedding. Staying up all night telling stories. Inside jokes about burnt toast and office pranks. Slow dances in the kitchen when Sadie was still in diapers. All those small things that faded in the rush for what's next. He glances up, determined, finally, to make something right. Not just with words, but with action. That evening, I came home, mug still warm in my hand. I set it on the counter, staring at the chipped edge, reminding myself to be brave. That old fear of being too much, of asking for what I need. This time, I promise myself I'll speak up, but kindly. I look around at the living room, the echo of laughter from early days, still hiding in the walls somewhere. I want them back. I want to feel seen again. Ryan comes home a little late, eyes softer, smile hesitant. He notices my mug on the table, looks up as if about to say something, but keeps it inside. I watch him, a question on my lips, one I know I'll finally ask. Tomorrow, I'll tell him, really tell him. And Ryan, After his talk with Mark, is ready to hear me. Or maybe, just maybe, he's quietly planning something of his own, ready to show me love in a way that lasts. The mug sits between us, chipped but useful, a sign of how hope sticks around, even after a few cracks. Maybe that's what we are too, resilient, still worth holding on to. The front door creaks as I step inside. Evening light spills across the floor in long, soft shadows. Shoes are missing from the mat. The house is too quiet. No laughter, no cartoons, no smell of dinner. I set my keys down and see it. The note on the counter. Back soon. Love you. Just those words in Ryan's slanted handwriting. I stare at it for a little too long. My hand brushes over the paper, but the warmth I want isn't there. The silence presses in. Sadie? I called. No answer. I walk through the kitchen. Dishes are still clean, untouched. The living room lights are off. Her soccer ball rests in the corner, like someone left in a hurry. Upstairs, her room is empty. Her jacket is gone. So is Ryan's old hoodie, the one he always lends her when she's feeling shy or cold. I check my texts. Nothing. I wait. Half an hour, then an hour. It's 6:30. No call, no updates. Just one little note. Light, casual. Like everything's perfectly fine. Maybe he needed space after our talk. Maybe I pushed too hard. The doubt creeps in before I can stop it. Was it too much to want to be seen? To want celebration, not silence? I sit at the edge of the sofa, scrolling. One of my co-workers posts a picture. Her boyfriend holding a sign. She did it, with confetti and cupcakes. Another has flowers on her desk. He surprised me at lunch. I like the photos. I smile along, but every click makes the heaviness grow. I picture Ryan and Sadie in line at the store, maybe joking about dinner, or maybe just somewhere else, somewhere apart from me. I tuck my legs under a blanket, trying not to think too hard. I open our chat, scroll up. The old texts from January, the ones where he told me he missed me during work, that he was proud, that I shine without trying. I wonder where that version of us went. Bits of it flicker still, in the way he turned off the hallway light for me, in how he saves all of Sadie's notes. But right now, everything feels far, too far. The clock blinks, 7:15. Still nothing. I go to the fridge. The champagne is still there. I should throw it out, or open it, or something. But I just close the door again and press my forehead to the handle for a minute. Maybe I made him feel small, or blamed him too loudly. Or maybe we're just finally seeing how quiet we've become. It's only Tuesday, but I feel a week deep into tired. I head upstairs, pull out my softest sweatshirt, wash off my makeup with shaking hands. The bathroom mirror looks back too brightly. My eyes are tired, my mouth tight. I run the water, hot and steady, and step into the shower. I let it run until I'm no longer sure what's water or what's me. Anger, sadness, guilt, all running down the same drain. Back in my room, towel wrapped high, I lie back on the bed, wet hair soaking into the pillow. Still no text, still no door creaking open, no backpack dropped in the hallway. The note downstairs feels colder now, so quiet, so short. Back soon, love you, but right now, I don't know what soon means. And love feels like a word we say more often than we show. The towel slips off my hair as I hear it. Faint music floating through the window. Soft, unfamiliar. Not from the TV, not from a passing car. Something different. I sit up, confused. Wrap myself in my robe. Walk slowly to the window and peek through the curtains. There's a glow outside. A soft flickering light. Gentle. Warm. I crack open the door, heart pounding, and follow the sound. The back door creaks open, My breath catches. The patio is glowing. Strings of fairy lights dangle from the wooden beams. Balloons sway in the breeze. Our favorite songs hum low from a speaker near the steps. And then, surprise! Voices rise together. Laughter. Applause. I jump. Ryan steps forward first, holding Sadie's hand. Her eyes shine like she's been holding in secret all day. Behind them, Danielle, Mark, my parents, a few co-workers, our neighbors, even Mr. Donaldson from next door with his awkward smile and folded arms. There's a table filled with snacks, cupcakes, bright napkins. A homemade sign stretched across the fence reads, "Congratulations, Nicole." I blink, twice. My hand covers my mouth. For a long second, I say nothing. Sadie runs to me, hugs my waist. "Did we get you? Did it work?" My voice barely makes a sound. "What is this?" Ryan takes a step closer. His voice shakes, but he holds out a small bouquet of white tulips. "I wanted to be the one who made you feel seen, Nicole. I planned this. I know I missed the moment last week. I messed that up, but you didn't deserve an afterthought. You deserve something bigger than a one-word reply and a cold pizza night." My throat tightens. I feel the first tear slide down my cheek. "I didn't care about cupcakes or speeches," I whisper. "I just wanted to know you were proud." Ryan nods. "I am so proud of who you are, what you've built, all of it. I just needed to show it, to mean it, with more than words." He steps aside, revealing the small, round table with our dusty champagne bottle in the center. The cork sits beside it. The bubbles rise in 2 shining glasses. "I found it," he says, with a nervous laugh. "Finally opened it." Danielle waves from the side. "We've been dying to tell you all day." Mark raises a red plastic cup. Took him forever to admit he needed help planning. Ryan hands me one of the flutes, eyes on mine. "So, do you forgive me for the delay?" I don't answer with words. I just throw my arms around him. We stand like that for a few seconds, quiet in a crowd that's suddenly fading behind us. Sadie claps too loud, shouting, "Can we eat cupcakes now?" Everyone laughs, and just like that, the ache I carried all week finally lifts. Has anyone ever surprised you after you felt all hope was lost? How did it make you feel? Share your story below. Later, I stand near the edge of the lights, watching my family talk, dance, and shout over the music. Ryan slips up beside me again. "I meant every word," he says. I sip from the champagne. "You didn't have to go big. I had to go real," he replies. I look at the lit-up banner, the empty cupcake trays, Sadie's frosting-covered face. I let my shoulders drop. I let myself smile. "I think you did just fine." The last bits of music drift into the night. Paper cups and half-finished cupcakes scatter the table. I stand still for a moment in the glow of the backyard lights, watching as the celebration finally winds down. Laughter moves quietly back inside. The banner, "Congratulations, Nicole," still stretches proudly across the fence, its edges fluttering in the evening breeze. Ryan and Sadie are in the kitchen now, elbow to elbow, rinsing dishes and arguing over who gets to wash and who gets to dry. Sadie giggles, water splashing on her pajama sleeves. Ryan grabs a soapy spoon, waving it like a baton until Sadie surrenders with a laugh. Their voices mingle, warm, noisy, simple. I lean against the door and watch them, my chest tight with something softer than relief. It's gratitude, bigger and rounder than I've felt in a long time. Not for the party, the lights, or the banner. For this, the sweet, ordinary chaos of being seen and loved, even after a hard stretch. I can't help but narrate what's moving through me. As the party in my heart finally quiets, sometimes love looks like a big surprise. Sometimes it's a quiet hand on your shoulder, or a silly fight over who washes the last glass. Sometimes it's just someone remembering what makes you proud, even if they don't say it on the first try. Real love stumbles sometimes. It forgets. It gets messy. But it also listens and tries again. While Ryan and Sadie clear the table and turn off the lights, I sit with my coffee on the porch, my favorite mug cradled between my palms. The mug is chipped on one side from 100 busy mornings, but I keep using it, not because it's perfect, but because it feels like home, sturdy, loved, enough. Inside, the banner still hangs. Long after the balloons have wilted and the leftovers are packed away, it's there, a quiet, daily reminder. You matter. Your effort is seen. Someone is proud, even when the world gets busy and words get lost. Morning arrives fresh and soft. The house is still for a moment before life wakes up. I stand at the window, sipping coffee, watching the banner sway. Sunlight filters through the gold letters, throwing warm shapes on the wall. The moment is small, but it's real. Ryan wanders down, rubbing sleep from his eyes, grinning at the chaos in the living room. You see that sign? Might leave it up all week, he says, or maybe forever. Sadie tumbles after him, singing a song about the best mom with a new boss hat. I can't help but laugh, my heart finally unburdened. I let my thoughts wander over the last days, the hurt, the arguments, the meals where nothing was said, the waiting, the wishing for a sign, and how, even through the quiet, love worked its way back in, slow, awkward, brave. Closing my eyes, I whisper a small thank you for the surprises, the second chance, the simple courage of being honest, and the hope that people can change, can see you as you need to be seen. To everyone out there, if you're feeling unseen or unappreciated, don't be afraid to speak your heart. Sometimes the quietest wishes are the ones your people most need to hear. Hold out for the moments when love tries again. Trust that you're never as invisible as you fear. Let the banner hang. Let your mug stay chipped. Keep leaving small reminders for others and for yourself. That joy can return when you least expect it. And remember, real appreciation doesn't always look like confetti. Sometimes it's a banner that won't come down. Laughter in the kitchen and the softness of a new day with people who finally see you just as you are. If this story touched you, if you've ever felt unseen, unappreciated, or just needed someone to celebrate your hard work, please share your experience in the comments below. How have you handled moments when you wished for a little more support or recognition? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life stories about family, hope, and second chances. And if you know someone who needs a reminder that they are seen and their efforts matter, send this story to them. Sometimes, the smallest celebration can mean the world.